back to my channel. My name is Tina, and this is the look I'm doing for the last look of my 12 days of Christmas looks. I had a different intro, but then when I completed the look, I thought I should redo it. I'm using this brand new palette that I got for Christmas called the Trartiest Pro Remix, and so I'm going to give you some of my first impressions on it. I will be doing a full review on this later. But if you want to see how I get this look for my last days, well, in my 12 days of Christmas looks, a very smoky, sparkly look. It was a lot of fun to make, and I got it from this palette here. Keep watching, because it's a lot of fun. Just going to open it up and check it out. And we're going to use it for the look, and hopefully it's good and doesn't turn into a nightmare. This palette screams 90s, late 80s, early 90s to me. It has 90s vibes or 80s vibes. This is the first really colorful palette I've seen from Tarte. Okay, so the mirror doesn't open all the way. It is their Tarteist formula for their eyeshadows. And this formula is great. I think it's my favorite formula. Let's jump into it. It took me a minute there. I was thinking it doesn't have a base shade, and normally Tarte always has a base shade. It does. It has this one right here. And I'm going to go with a more gold and silver look. I've done green looks and red looks and blue looks and no makeup looks. Now we're going to go with a silver and gold look. It looks super colorful online. In the palette itself, it looks a little less colorful, but I think that might be because of the fact that this background here with the pattern of splatters takes away from the color of the shadows. I don't think I've ever had that problem with eyeshadow before, like when I'm looking at them. I think if you actually turn that gold across there or something, this would appear much more colorful than it does the way it is right now. The mirror on this is gorgeous. I'm going to take Mixed Media, which is this lovely base shade here, stick that all over my lids. Like, they go down beautifully. I am using a Wayne Goss brush. I will grab like a Lexi brush here in a second, because sometimes these brushes will make just about anything apply well. So this is I don't remember who made this. This was in a BoxyCharm a long time ago, like last year maybe. I'm going to grab Wall Art to do my crease and outer corner. Once again, it applies beautifully. No skipping, no grabbing my skin. It blends out beautifully. So I don't have a whole lot of Tarteist eyeshadows. I have a couple. Usually they're sold in singles. I think they have a couple of the big palettes, but I've never owned one for some reason. And I have quite a large Tarte collection. Usually I have Rainforest, the Sea, or whatever. And they all have their own formula, depending on the line. They have matte black here, a matte black. It's called Ink. Let's see how dramatic we can get. I'm grabbing one of my little tiny Lexi brushes, and I'm just gonna start building that up. I'm being careful. I don't wanna get like crazy. It's after New Year's Eve. I already did crazy. That looks a little harsh right now. That black can be built up very, very dark. So I'm just going to blend it out really well with my Goodnight Lexi brush. I like this flat shape. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab DIY, which is like this deeper silvery color here. And I'm just going to use my finger at first. And I'm just kind of going towards the outer edge over here. There is a bit of fallout from the shimmer. It's not terrible. So now I'm going to use my Too Faced glitter glue and put that on my lid and inner corner. So they have these chunkier glitters over here on this edge. This one here that's silver is called Create. And I'm just putting that in the center of the lid and bringing it in. So that is definitely a duochrome. Yeah, it goes from silver to this purpley color. It's very pretty. It just took me by surprise because I guess I didn't realize these were duochromes. I'm not sure all of them are, but this one called Create is definitely a duochrome. It goes from silver to purple. So now I'm going to take Flow, which is this lighter one, and bring that into my inner corner. Oh my gosh. Okay, that took me by surprise. That color is so beautiful and it feels so good putting it on. I love colors like that. And now I'm just going to blend everything across my crease here. So I'm using my Too Faced Shape Tape and I'm going to clean up my under eyes and brighten them up. I already used my first concealer. If you're a little messy with eyeshadows, I find this helps me be able to get a more precise look without having to be less messy. Because I can be messy with my eyeshadows, I'm more free to create awesome looks. But I prefer doing my foundation first. And then I'm taking my RCMA No Color powder, put a nice thick layer of that on for the moment. And I'm gonna come back and blend that all out. But for the moment, let's pick out some blushes. I'm gonna use my Laura Geller blush. I really like this blush. This time of year, it's got shimmer in it, so it's sparkly, but it's not like crazy sparkly. And it's got a nice color that I really like. Okay, now I'm gonna brush off that powder. Really big. It doesn't work for me, but I do like to let it sit there for a second sometimes. I'm going back to this little tiny brush and back into ink, and I'm just gonna bring that around my eyeline. I love these little tiny brushes. If you have hooded eyes, these things are like a godsend. I did that silvery look on top. I'm going to take Graphic, which is this purple glitter, and just do that. That went really dark really fast. And because it did, and I am going for sparkle, I'm going to use my Tarte eye gems. So I'm going to use the silver eyeliner in this and brighten this up just a little bit by doing the silver eyeline and then the silver glitter over the top of it. I've got like an infection on my voice box. Talking today is a nightmare. My voice keeps going funny on me. For highlight, I have this Tarte Gleam Team. And one side is a stick and the other is a liquid thing. It does surprisingly well over the top of my foundation so far. I haven't used it with this foundation, so being in the stick gives you really good control over it. And you can take this, and once you put it on, you can put a powder over the top and your highlighter will be like, holy crap. I don't know how other people do this highlighter that's liquid like that over the top of their foundation. If I don't use my fingers, it looks weird. Super shiny already. Highlight over the top of it, it's just like, holy crap. All right, so I'm going back in with the glitter. This set is so good. I think they stopped selling these. They're really fun, but they're kind of a pain in the butt to work with. So for mascara, I'm using my Tarte Lash Paint. This mascara is amazing. I'm gonna buff out my look using the Pretty Vulgar setting powder. This setting powder has become my go-to for all over the face. I still prefer RCMA under the eyes, but for everywhere else, this stuff, I just love it. For loose powder, I also love the Too Faced Primed and Poreless for pressed powder. But this Pretty Vulgar works with the foundation I'm using perfectly. The two together, like, I don't know, I just really love them together. I've been using the Amazonian clay powder for foundation. At first I was like, do I really want to put a powder over a powder foundation? But I love the effect and how it sets down and everything when I use them together. Not to mention the Pretty Vulgar lightens that up because that's a shade too dark for me. So now I'm going to use my Grand Mascara over the top of my curled lashes. It just gives me that extra boom for my lashes for when I'm not using false lashes. So now I'm going to grab my Smashbox highlight strip and I'm just going to use the second one over, and that just pops that like to a whole holy crap level. Okay, for lipstick, this is a very smoky eye look, so do I want to go with something dark or something neutral? I'm going to go find one. So I have two different colors of lipsticks that I ordered from Tarte. They're both raisins. So this is Obsessed, looks like that, and the other one is called FOMO. I think they're both matte. This one's more pink. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going with this. So first I have my Tarte Lip Architect. Kind of realized I'd been doing a lot of Tarte and thought, what the hell, I'll go with it. So I have it all filled in with that, which should keep my lipstick on for a long time. And now I'm grabbing the FOMO, which is a very similar color. It has a distinctly minty flavor to it. It also keeps these matte lip paints from drying out my lips too much. Like right now it feels super hydrated and like I'm wearing lip gloss instead. And this stuff dries down pretty well so it doesn't end up affecting the length of the time the matte stays on my lips. But I really like this color. I don't think I've ever intentionally ordered a full-size lip paint from them before. I really liked one that I got recently in their $62 bag or whatever that was. Really liked the formula of it. Not as much as Smashbox, but when they're 10 bucks. So yeah, this is my last look for my 12 days of Christmas makeup. This is definitely the starry, sort of smoky-eyed, vampy look. I love these looks, like with a black dress and a simple hair clip. I think they're gorgeous on just about everybody. I really like this Tarte Pro eyeshadow palette. I think this is gorgeous. I can't wait to play with the colors in here. This look wasn't exactly the type of look I was anticipating doing the first time I played with this because it is more neutral. The eyeshadows in here are gorgeous and I'm hoping that they stay gorgeous with when I use the colors. I'm going to do one last thing. I was going to line my eyes with neutral, but my eyes have went all allergy on me. And when they do that, if I try to put on eyeliner, it just makes life worse. So I'm just taking my Pacifica Halo Drops and doing my very inner corner. I really like putting that such a bright white on the inner corner. And this is the only thing I've ever found that does that for me, where it gives it that just BAM! The very blinding white on the inner corner. These are cheap and they work amazing, they smell amazing, and they're super easy to work with. That one's in the color Moonstone, which is, the other colors are nice, but that one is absolutely my favorite. So I'm just going to hit this with some setting spray. And I think that's going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this look, trying out my new Tarte palette. I can't wait to play with this some more. Like I said, first impressions, really happy with it. I will do an in-depth review on this because this palette has been like, holy crap. I've been so excited about it, and in that I will do swatches of all the colors and everything for you guys. I was super excited to finally see Tarte bust out of their shell and do some actual colors. Yeah, there's certain things about it I think I'm not gonna like, but overall right now I'm really happy with what I just did with it. Let me know if you've tried it yet. I am excited about it. I hope everybody had a happy holiday season. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!